BeyondATC connected.
Point 13 degrees, QNH 1015, landing runway 04 left, departing runway 04 right, transition level 050, temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Nicea zaraziłem. Advise on initial contact, you have information Papa. Nicea zaraziłem, airport information Papa, 1134 Zulu, surface wind 120 degrees, 7 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or mile. Scanned 1,200 feet, temperature 17 degrees, Point 13 degrees, QNH 1015, landing runway 04 left, departing runway 04 right, transition level 050, temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Nicea zaraziłem. Advise on initial contact, you have information Papa. Nicea zaraziłem, airport information Papa, 1134 Zulu, surface wind 120 degrees, 7 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or mile, scanned 1,200 feet, temperature 17 degrees, Point 13 degrees, QNH 1015, landing runway 04 left, departing runway 04 right, transition level 050, temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Nicea zaraziłem. Advise on initial contact, you have information Papa. Nicea zaraziłem, airport information Papa, 1134 Zulu, surface wind 120 degrees, 7 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or mile, scanned 1,200 feet, temperature 17 degrees, Point 13 degrees, QNH 1015, landing runway 04 left, departing runway 04 right, transition level 050, temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Nicea zaraziłem. Advise on initial contact, you have information Papa. Nicea zaraziłem, airport information Papa, 1134 Zulu, surface wind 120 degrees, 7 degrees, 7 knots, Point 1, visibility 10 kilometers, 1015, landing 200 feet, temperature 17 degrees, Point 13 degrees, QNH 1015, landing runway 04 left, departing runway 04 right, transition level 050, temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Nicea zaraziłem. Advise on initial contact, you have information Papa. Nicea zaraziłem, airport information Papa, 1134 Zulu, surface wind 120 degrees, 7 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or mile, scanned 1,200 feet, temperature 17 degrees, Point 13 degrees, QNH 1015, landing runway 04 left, departing runway 04 right, transition level 050, temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Nicea zaraziłem. Advise on initial contact, you have information Papa. Nicea zaraziłem, airport information Papa, 1134 Zulu, surface wind 120 degrees, 7 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or mile, scanned 1,000.
Boost 909, ready for IFR trials to liberate.
Roost 909, needs delivery, expect runway 04 right, Irma 8 Alpha departure, squawk 1000.
Irma 8 Alpha departure, squawk 1000, Roost 909.
Roost 909, read correct. Contact ground 121.705 when ready for start or taxi.
New contact ground 121.705 when ready for start or taxi. Roost 909, have a good day, thanks.
Pre-flight checklist.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal auto. Windows heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 336. Altimeter 1015.
Heading 336. Altimeter 1015. Parking brake.
Irma 8 Alpha departure. Squawk 1000.
Set.
Engine start levers.
65 kilo.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
That correct. Contact ground 121.705 when ready for start or taxi.
Will contact ground 121.705 when ready for start or taxi. Flex Europe 65 kilo. Thanks.
Jet Belgium Mike Romeo. Request IFR clearance soon on Vega.
Jet Belgium Mike Romeo. Nice delivery. Expect runway 04 right. Irma 8 Alpha departure. Squawk 1000.
8 Alpha departure. Squawk 1000. Jet Belgium Mike Romeo.
Jet Belgium Mike Romeo. Read that correct. Contact ground 121.705 when ready for start or taxi.
We'll
Are you ready
contact
for the
ground
departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a
121.705 when
standard
ready for
pushback and
start
start
or
off
taxi.
again. Taxi
Jet
will be
Belgium
assigned
Mike
by
Romeo.
ATC.
Thanks.
It'll be a left seat takeoff. Using rated thrust, planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Standard reject actions to V1 as briefed. From V1, or if the call is to continue, I will continue the takeoff as per the standard company procedures. We are above our maximum landing weight, so we're okay to make an immediate return. The departure routine will be via ATC assigned SID, comply with all the published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Flight directors are on. Mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set, the NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Polandairways 01. Ready for IFR clearance to Dublin Airport.
Polandairways 01. Nice delivery. Expect runway 04 right. Bravo 8 Charlie departure. Squawk 5341.
Order 8 Charlie departure. Squawk 5341. Polandairways 01.
Polandairways 01. Read that correct. Contact ground 121.705 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 121.705 when ready. Polandairways 01.
Jet Belgium Mike Romeo. Runway 04 right, taxi via Charlie. Reached. Hold short runway 04 left.
Runway 04 right, taxi via Charlie. Which? Hold short runway 04 left. Jet Belgium Mike Romeo.
Roost 909. Cross runway 04 left at Alpha 1. Continue taxi via Alpha 1. Hold short runway 04 left.
Cross runway 04 left at Alpha 1. Continue taxi by Alpha 1. Hold short runway 04 left. Roost 909.
Wismore to 1605. Gate 44 taxi via Gulf 1. Gulf, Tiger, Sierra, Charlie.
Gate 44 taxi via Gulf 1. Gulf, Tiger, Sierra, Charlie. Wismore to 1605.
Flex Europe 65 kilo. Cross runway 04 left at Charlie 1. Continue taxi via Charlie 1. Hold short runway 04 left.
Cross 04 left at Charlie 1. Continue via Charlie 1. Hold short runway 04 left. Flex Europe 65 kilo.
Polandairways 01. Gate Bravo 52. Request pushback and engine start.
Polandairways 01. Nice ground. Pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Base of west. Polandairways 01.
Jet Belgium Mike Romeo. Cross runway 04 left at Charlie 1. Continue taxi via Charlie 1. Hold short runway 04 left.
Cross 04 left at Charlie 1. Continue via Charlie 1. Hold short runway 04 left. Jet Belgium Mike Romeo.
X56 Hotel. Ramp 7. Request pushback.
Flexer 61 Hotel. Nice ground. Pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Base southwest.
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Before start checklist.
Stand by.
Departure check completed, bypass pin inserted.
Before start checklist.
Locking
Flight deck
gear.
door closed and locked. MCP.
V2100. Heading 336. Altitude. Flight level 100.
Takeoff speed.
Flexor 61 Hotel. Request taxi.
V1142. VR144. V2153.
CDU pre-flight.
Short runway 04 left.
Completed.
Rudder
Runway
and
04
aileron
right
trim.
by Tango. Charlie.
3 and 0.
Whiskey.
Taxi and
Hold
takeoff
short runway
briefing.
04 left. Flexor 61
Completed.
Hotel.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist completed.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2. Oil pressure.
Flexor 61 Hotel. Cross runway 04 left at Charlie 1. Continue taxi via Charlie 1. Hold short runway 04 left.
Cross runway 04 left to Charlie 1. Continue taxi via Charlie 1. Hold short runway 04 left. Flexor 61 Hotel.
Start engine 1.
Start engine 1. Oil pressure. Starter cutout. Number 2 stable.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Starter cutout. Number 1 stable.
Flaps 5.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Isolate pack.
Pack isolated.
Flight controls check complete.
Unlocking gear.
Before taxi checklist.
Generators. On. Probe heat. On.
Checked.
Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers. Anti-ice. Off. Isolation valve. Closed. Engine start switches.
Tow track
Continuous.
disconnected. Bypass
Recall.
pin removed.
Idle detect.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Left is
Ground
clear.
equipment.
Right is clear.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Polandairways 01. Taxi for departure.
Polandairways 01. Runway 04 right. Taxi via Tango. Alpha. Width. Hold short runway 04 left.
All right. We'll taxi to runway 04 right via Tango. Alpha. Whiskey. Hold short runway 04 left. Polandairways 01.
Alpine 83 uniform Lima. Ram Charlie 75 taxi via Golf 1. Uniform. Bravo.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Charlie 75 via Golf 1. Uniform. Bravo. Tango. Alpine
Before
83
takeoff
uniform
checklist.
Lima.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.0 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed. Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Polandairways 01, cross runway 04 left at Alpha 1. Continue taxi via Alpha 1. Hold short runway 04 left.
Cross runway 04 left at Alpha 1. Continue taxi via Alpha 1. Hold short runway 04 left. Polandairways 01.
Polandairways 01, cross runway 04 left at Alpha 1. Continue taxi via Alpha, Whiskey.
Cross runway 04 left at Alpha 1. Continue taxi via Alpha, Whiskey. Polandairways 01.
Check speed.
Polandairways 01, contact Nicea 123.15. Have a good day.
Contact tower 123.15. Polandairways 01. Have a good day.
Before takeoff procedure.
Okay, cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach.
Polandairways 01. Holding short. Runway 04 right.
Polandairways 01. East
Ready to
tower.
go.
Wind 120 degrees. 7 knots. Runway 04 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 04 right. Cleared for takeoff. Polandairways 01.
Takeoff.
Thrust set. $80 knots.
Checked.
Go. Rotate. Positive climb.
Ready to climb.
Gear up.
Gear up. 400 feet.
Polandairways 01, reception responded. Skok 5241.
Command A.
Autopilot on.
Polandairways 01.
Polandairways 01, contact news departure 128.205.
Contact news departure 128.205. Polandairways 01. News departure. Polandairways 01. 2,200 feet.
Polandairways 01. News departure. Contact identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180. Polandairways 01.
Flaps up.
Speed check. Flaps upset.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds on. Packs auto. Landing gear up and off. Flaps up. No lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew?
No.
Okay.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Passing flight level 060. Now.
Checked. Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is your captain speaking. We'd like to extend our welcome on board to you today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. You have control.
I have control. Flight level 100. Happy to release the cabin?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in a transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems. electronic devices may now be used.
Polandairways 01, contact Marseille Control 120.85.
Contact Marseille Control 120.85. Polandairways 01. Marseille Control, Polandairways 01, leaving flight level 155 for flight level 180.
Polandairways 01, Marseille Control, good afternoon. Radar contact, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, Polandairways 01.
Hi, it's Andy at L1. How can I help you?
Hi, can you bring us some water, please?
Okay, I'll bring them up in a minute.
Hi guys, here are the drinks.
Thank you.
Marseille Control, Ryanair 37 Tango Zulu, flight level 226.
Ryanair 37 Tango Zulu, Marseille Control, good afternoon. Identified, climb to flight level 350.
Climb to flight level 350, Ryanair 37 Tango Zulu. Marseille Control, Jam at 5 November. Good afternoon. Flight level 360.
Jamrock 45 November, Marseille Control, radar contact.
Marseille Control, with Malta 9061, flight level 347.
With Malta 9061, Marseille Control, identified. Average at 131, contact Marseille Control 124.5.
Center on 124.5, average at 131.
Vueling 79 Tango Foxtrot. Contact Marseille Control 124.5.
Send on 124.5. Vueling 79 Tango Foxtrot. Bye-bye.
Solar 8285, contact Marseille Control 124.5.
Contact Marseille Control 124.5, Transolar 8285. Marseille Control, Ryanair 1516, flight level 343.
Ryanair 1516, Marseille Control. Good afternoon. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 380.
Climb to flight level 380, Ryanair 1516.
Below lift 2 Victor Echo. Contact Marseille Control 119.825.
Contact Marseille Control 119.825. Below lift 2 Victor Echo.
Fraction 700 Alpha. Contact Nice approach 120.655.
Contact Nice approach 120.655. Fraction 700 Alpha.
Marseille Control, below your 7 Whiskey November. Good afternoon. Flight level 230.
Below your 7 Whiskey November. Marseille Control, identified. Climb to flight level 340.
Climb to flight level 340, below your 7 Whiskey November.
Marseille Control, Swiss 8 Golf Delta, good afternoon, flight level 340.
Swiss 8 Golf Delta, Marseille Control, identified.
Marseille Control, Ryanair 56 Foxtrot Mike, flight level 340.
Ryanair 56 Foxtrot Mike, Marseille Control, identified. Jamrock 45 November, contact Geneva radar 125.55.
Center on 125.55, Shamrock 45 November.
Swiss 8 Golf Delta, Transition to Alpha with the MRE-14 transition, runway 14, repeat ready for descent.
Transition to Alpha with the MRE-14 transition, runway 14, ready for descent, Swiss 8 Golf Delta.
Swiss 8 Golf Delta, descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend to 7,000 feet, Swiss 8 Golf Delta.
Swiss 8 Golf Delta, contact Zurich approach 125.955.
Contact Zurich approach 125.955, Swiss 8 Golf Delta.
Polandairways 01, contact Marseille Control 124.5.
Center on 124.5. Polandairways 01. Marseille Control, Polandairways 01. Leaving flight level 309 for flight level 360 direct Nidra.
Polandairways 01, Marseille Control, radar contact. Eurowings 4 X-ray, contact Marseille Control 130.85. Center on 130.85, Eurowings 4 X-ray.
Marseille Control, with Malta 9061, flight level 346.
With Malta 9061, Marseille Control, radar contact. Marseille Control, Volvo 8 Delta Victor. Good afternoon, flight level 370. Volvo 8 Delta Victor, Marseille Control, identified. Swiss 5 Hotel Golf, contact Marseille Control 120.85.
Contact Marseille Control 120.85, Swiss 5 Hotel Golf.
Alpine 67 Juliet Yankee, contact Marseille Control 120.85.
Contact Marseille Control 120.85, Alpine 67 Juliet Yankee.
Viewing 79 Tango Foxtrot, Marseille Control, expect Bispe 2 Zulu with the Charlie Lima Echo transition, runway 24 right.
Expect Bispe 2 Zulu with the Charlie Lima Echo transition, runway 24 right, Viewing 79 Tango Foxtrot.
$1,000 to level.
Dueling 56 Echo Whiskey, contact Barcelona Seno 1190.45.
Contact Barcelona Seno 1190.45, Dueling 56 Echo Whiskey.
Marseille Control, below your 7 Whiskey November.
Center fuel pumps
flight
off.
level 302.
Below your 7 Whiskey November, Marseille Control, radar
For the flight,
contact.
please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety. Thank you.
Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot. Climb to flight level 290.
Climb to flight level 290. Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot.
Alpine 3767, contact Marseille Control 120.75.
Contact Marseille Control 120.75, Alpine 3767.
Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot, Dispa 2 Zulu with the Charlie Lima Echo transition. Runway 24 right, report ready for descent.
Dispa 2 Zulu with the Charlie Lima Echo transition. Runway 24 right, ready for descent. Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot.
Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot, descent to flight level 230.
Descent to flight level 230. Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot.
Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot, clear direct Bispo. Cross Bispo between flight level 120 and flight level 250. Resume on navigation.
Roger, we'll head direct Bispo. Cross Bispo between flight level 120 and flight level 250, then resume on navigation. Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot. Thanks.
Fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot, contact Marseille Control 130.85.
Contact Marseille Control 130.85, fueling 79 Tango Foxtrot.
Baltic 06 Charlie, contact Marseille Control 120.85.
Contact Marseille Control 120.85, Baltic 06 Charlie.
France Solo 8285, contact Marseille Control 130.85.
Contact Marseille Control 130.85, France Solo 8285, bye-bye.
Air Portugal 941, contact Marseille Control 130.85.
Stand on 130.85, Air Portugal 941, bye-bye.
Foxtrot Golf India Bravo Vict, Marseille Control, expect MR3 Papa, runway 36.
Expect MR3 Papa, runway 36, Foxtrot Golf India Bravo Vict.
Foxtrot Golf India Bravo Vict, flight present heading, climb to flight level 109.
Flight present heading, climb to flight level 109, Foxtrot Golf India Bravo Vict.
with Malta 9061. Contact Marseille Control 130.85.
Contact Marseille Control 130.85 with Malta 9061. Have a good afternoon.
Volodya 8 Delta Victor. Contact Marseille Control 130.85.
Contact Marseille Control 130.85. Volodya 8 Delta Victor. Bye-bye.
Foxtrot Golf India Bravo Victory. Resume all navigation.
Roger, resume all navigation. Foxtrot Golf India Bravo Victory.
Marseille Control, Beeline 8 Romeo November. Good afternoon, flight level 340.
Beeline 8 Romeo November. Marseille Control, identified. Volodya 7 Whiskey November. Contact Marseille Control 130.85.
Center on 130.85. Volodya 7 Whiskey November.
Polandairways 01. Contact Marseille Control 130.85.
Contact Marseille Control 130.85. Polandairways 01. Marseille Control, Polandairways 01. Flight level 360.
Polandairways 01, Marseille control, identified.
Marseille control, Iberia 06 Golf Bravo, flight level 236.
Iberia 06 Golf Bravo, Marseille control, identified. Continue climb to flight level 330.
Continue climb to flight level 330, Iberia 06 Golf Bravo.
Marseille control, KLM 432, flight level 161.
KLM 432, Marseille control, identified. Climb to flight level 300.
Climb to flight level 300, KLM 432.
Polandairways 01, contact Rhymes control 128.3.
Center on 128.3, Polandairways 01, bye-bye. Rhymes control, Polandairways 01, flight level 360.
Polandairways 01, Rhymes control, radar contact. Polandairways 01, contact Paris control 118.05.
Contact Paris control 118.05, Polandairways 01. Paris control, Polandairways 01, flight level 360.
Polandairways 01, Paris control, radar contact. Swiss 14 Victor Heavy, contact Paris control 125.7.
Settle on 125.7, Swiss 14 Victor Heavy. Have a good afternoon.
Paris Control, KLM 432. Good afternoon. Flight level 199.
KLM 432, Paris Control, identified. Is 18 Kilo Juliet, Paris Control. Expect Arnon 1 Golf with the Willow transition. Runway 26 left.
Expect Arnon 1 Golf with the Willow transition. Runway 26 left. Easy 18 Kilo Juliet.
KLM 432, contact Ryan's Control 128.3. Have a good afternoon.
Contact Ryan's Control 128.3, KLM 432.
Is 18 Kilo Juliet, contact Paris Control 125.7.
Contact Paris Control 125.7. Easy 18 Kilo Juliet. Bye bye.
ISA 565, contact Paris Control 125.7.
Channel on 125.7, ISA 565.
Chambak 45 November. Contact Paris Control 125.7.
Center 1125.7. Shamrock 45 November.
Paris Control, Beeline 8 Romeo November, flight level 340.
Beeline 8 Romeo November, Paris Control, radar contact. Solar 8285, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Transolar 8285.
Paris Control, Ryanair 1516, flight level 380.
Ryanair 1516, Paris Control, identified. France Solo 8285. Contact all approach 127.75.
Contact all approach 127.75. France Solo 8285.
Lufthansa 17 Tago. Contact Bordeaux Control 124.05.
Contact Bordeaux Control 124.05. Lufthansa 17 Tago.
Fueling 1500. Contact all approach 127.75.
Contact all approach 127.75. Fueling 1500.
Paris Control, KLM 559, flight level 390.
JLM 559, Paris Control, radar contact. Shamrock 477, contact Paris Control 125.7.
Center on 125.7, Shamrock 477.
Kilo Charlie Delta, contact Rhymes Control 128.3. Have a good afternoon.
Contact Rhymes Control 128.3, Mosquito Charlie Delta, have a good afternoon.
Line 8 Romeo November, Paris Control. Expect Potem 5 Bravo with the Terry 2 Hotel transition. Runway 25 left.
Expect Potem 5 Bravo with the Terry 2 Hotel transition. Runway 25 left. Line 8 Romeo November.
Paris Control, Alpine 952 Delta. Good afternoon, flight level 250.
Alpine 952 Delta, Paris Control, identified. 2898, Paris Control. Expect Max 5 Foxtrot with those with transition. Runway 26.
Expect Max 5 Foxtrot with those with transition. Runway 26. Below you 2898.
Below you 2898, Max 5 Foxtrot with those with transition. Runway 26. Report ready for descent.
Max 5 Foxtrot with those with transition. Runway 26. Ready for descent. Below you 2898.
Below we are 2898. Descend to 2,062 feet. QNH 1020.
Descend to 2,062 feet. Below we are 2898.
Line 8 Romeo November, Weekend 5 Bravo with the Terry 2 Hotel transition. Runway 25 left. Report ready for descent.
Weekend 5 Bravo with the Terry 2 Hotel transition. Runway 25 left. Ready for descent. Line 8 Romeo November.
Line 8 Romeo November. Descend to 4,000 feet. QNH 1020.
Descend to 4,000 feet. Line 8 Romeo November.
Paris Control, Shanix 3 when Yankee Tango, flight level 329.
Shanix 3 1 Yankee Tango, Paris Control, radar contact.
Paris Control, United 169 Heavy, flight level 300.
United 169 Heavy, Paris Control, radar contact. Ryanair 1516, Paris Control. Expect Velo 1 Bravo with the massive transition. Runway 12.
Expect Velo 1 Bravo with the massive transition. Runway 12. Ryanair 1516.
Paris Control, Transaver 5583, flight level 350.
Transaver 5583, Paris Control, identified.
Paris Control, Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, to depth to men, flight level 340.
Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, Paris Control, identified. Ryanair 1516, contact Bovise information approach 119.8.
Contact Bovise information approach 119.8. Ryanair 1516.
Lower 2898. Contact Paris Control 126.475.
Contact Paris Control 126.475. Lower 2898. Bye-bye.
Polandairways 01. Contact Paris Control 125.7.
Center on 125.7. Polandairways 01. Paris Control, Polandairways 01. Flight level 360.
Polandairways 01. Paris Control, identified. KLM 1504. Contact Paris Control 126.475.
Stand on 126.475. KLM 1504. Have a good afternoon.
Fraction 135 uniform. Contact Paris Control 118.05. Bye-bye.
Contact Paris Control 118.05, fraction 135 uniform.
Paris Control, Air France 75 Mike Papa, flight level 198.
Air France 75 Mike Papa, Paris Control. Good afternoon. Identified. Climb to flight level 290.
Climb to flight level 290, Air France 75 Mike Papa.
Air France 1346. Contact Paris Control 118.05.
Contact Paris Control 118.05, Air France 1346.
Polandairways 01. Contact Paris Control 126.475. Bye-bye.
Center on 126.475. Polandairways 01. Paris Control, Polandairways 01. Flight level 360.
Polandairways 01. Paris Control. Identified. Below 2898. Contact Lille information approach 132.61.
Contact Lille information approach 132.61. Below 2898.
Paris Control, KLM 559, flight level 389.
KLM 559, Paris Control, radar contact. Paris Control, Beeline 8 Romeo November, descending via Became 5 Bravo, flight level 164. Beeline 8 Romeo November, Paris Control, identified. KLM 432, contact Brussels Control 125.0.
Channel on 125.0, KLM 432.
KLM 1504, contact Brussels Control 125.0. Have a good afternoon.
Channel on 125.0, KLM 1504.
EZ8305, contact Paris Control 118.05. Have a good afternoon.
Central 118.05, EZ8305.
Kuwait 101 Heft, contact Paris Control 119.825.
Contact Paris Control 119.825, Kuwait 101 Heft, bye-bye.
KLM 559, contact Brussels Control 125.0. Have a good afternoon.
Channel on 125.0, KLM 559.
Easy 81 Papa Tango. Contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475. Easy 81 Papa Tango.
Shanix 833. Contact Paris Control 118.05.
Centre on 118.05. Shanix 833.
Fueling 5 Sierra Victis. Contact Brussels Control 125.0.
Contact Brussels Control 125.0. Fueling 5 Sierra Victis.
Line 8 Romeo November. Contact Brussels Control 125.0. Have a good afternoon.
Sentinel on 125.0. Line 8 Romeo November. Have a good afternoon.
Polandairways 01. Contact London Control 118.475.
Centre on 118.475. Polandairways 01. London Control. Polandairways 01. Flight level 360.
Polandairways 01. London Control. Radar contact.
Papa Romeo. Contact Gatwick approach 129.025.
Contact Gatwick approach 129.025. Rhythmtree Papa Romeo.
Shamrock 45 November. Contact London Control 118.775.
Centre on 118.775. Shamrock 45 November.
Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet, London Control, expect exit G Romeo with the flap transition, runway 10 left.
Expect taxi 3 Romeo with the flap transition, runway 10 left, Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet.
Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet, contact London Control 118.775.
Contact London Control 118.775, Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet.
Shamrock 477, London Control, expect near front Romeo with Asus transition, runway 10 left.
Expect near front Romeo with Asus transition, runway 10 left, Shamrock 477.
Exit for Quebec Sierra, contact Stansted approach 136.2.
Contact Stansted approach 136.2, executive for Quebec Sierra.
Within 90 X-ray, contact Luton approach 132.05.
Contact Luton approach 132.05, within 90 X-ray.
Jet 3 Echo Alpha, London Control, expect exit 1 kilo with upward transition, runway 25.
Expect exit 1 kilo with upward transition, runway 25, Jet 3 Echo Alpha.
Shamrock 477, descend to flight level 240.
Descend to flight level 240, Shamrock 477.
Shamrock 605, contact London Control 118.775. Have a good afternoon.
Contact London Control 118.775, Shamrock 605.
28101 Heavy, contact Heathrow Director approach 134.98.
Contact Heathrow Director approach 134.98, Kuwait 101 Heavy.
Easy 81 for Tango. Contact Gatwick approach 129.025.
Contact Gatwick approach 129.025. Easy 81 for Tango.
Jet 3 Echo Alpha, descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, Jet 3 Echo Alpha.
477. Contact London Control 118.775. Bye-bye.
Centon 118.775. Shamrock 477. Have a good afternoon.
Ryanair 45 Charlie Zulu. Contact Paris Control 119.825.
Seno on 119.825. Ryanair 45 Charlie Zulu. Have a good afternoon.
Speedbird 12 Delta Tango. Contact is our director approach 134.98.
Contact is radar direct approach 134.98. Speedbird 12 Delta Tango.
Austrian 461 Whiskey. Contact is our director approach 134.98.
Contact Throw Direct Approach 134.98, Austrian 461 Whiskey.
Ryanair 5 Delta Mike. Contact Stansted Approach 136.2.
Contact Stansted Approach 136.2. Ryanair 5 Delta Mike.
London Control, Mr. 531, good afternoon. Descending via Delta Link 2 Alpha, flight level 244.
Mr. 531, London Control, radar contact.
London Control, Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, flight level 340.
Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, London Control, identified. Jet 3 Echo Alpha. Contact London Control 118.775. Bye-bye.
Contact London Control 118.775. Sunday 3 Echo Alpha. Griffin 06 Bravo. Contact breast control 120.15.
Contact breast control 120.15. Griffin 06 Bravo. Have a good afternoon.
Fraction 224 per bar. Contact Oxford approach 125.09.
Contact Oxford approach 125.09, fraction 224 Papa.
Easy 46 X-ray Alpha. London Control. Expect settle 1 right. Runway 23 right.
Expect settle 1 Mike. Runway 23 right. Easy 46 X-ray Alpha.
Easy 46 X-ray Alpha. Contact Manchester approach 121.355.
Contact Manchester approach 121.355. Easy 46 X-ray Alpha.
Delta 531. Descend to 6,000 feet. QNH1019 now.
Descend to 6,000 feet. QNH1019. Delta 531.
London Control. Speedbird 850 Tango. Good afternoon. Flight level 370.
Speedbird 850 Tango. London Control. Radar contact.
London Control. Speedbird 860 Juliet. Flight level 390.
Speedbird 860 Juliet. London Control. Identified. Golf India Bravo Tango. Turn right. Heading 005. Climb to flight level 101.
Turn right. Heading 005. Climb to flight level 101. Golf India Bravo Tango. STRIX 776. London Control. Expect press 1 Golf. Runway 24. Expect press 1 Golf. Runway 24. STRIX 776. Ryanair 7 Quebec, Quebec. Contact Luton approach 132.05.
Contact Luton approach 132.05. Ryanair 7 Quebec, Quebec.
Polandairways 01. Contact London Control 118.775. Have a good afternoon.
Centauran 118.775. Polandairways 01. Have a good afternoon. London Control. Polandairways 01. Flight level 360.
Polandairways 01. London Control. Identified. ISF 565. Contact Scottish Control 119.875.
Contact Scottish Control 119.875. ISF 565.
1204. Contact Birmingham approach 131.005.
Contact Birmingham approach 131.005. Chanix 1204.
London Control, Blue Island 552, descending via Vegas 1 Echo, flight level 208.
Blue Island 552, London Control, identified. Shamrock 39 Alpha, descend to flight level 080.
Descend to flight level 080. Shamrock 39 Alpha.
Shamrock 39 Alpha, contact Shannon Control 132.15. Bye-bye.
Contact Shannon Control 132.15. Shamrock 39 Alpha. Have a good afternoon.
X56 Tango, contact London Control 118.475.
Center on 118.475. Flexer 6P Tango. Have a good afternoon.
Shamrock 45 November, descend to flight level 080.
Descend to flight level 080. Shamrock 45 November.
Shamrock 45 November, contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Center on 132.15. Shamrock 45 November.
Shamrock 477, descend to flight level 070.
Descend to flight level 070. Shamrock 477.
Shamrock 477, contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Contact Shannon Control 132.15. Shamrock 477. Bye-bye.
Polandairways 01, ready for descent.
Polandairways 01, Ashley Tree Romeo with their flex transition, runway 10 left, descent to flight level 240.
Battery Tree Romeo with their 6 transition, runway 10 left, descend to flight level 240, Polandairways 01.
Easy 25 Quebec Romeo, radar vectors, ILS runway 12, report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ILS runway 12, ready for descent. Easy 25 Quebec Romeo.
Easy 25 Quebec Romeo, St. Morgan Air Base landing runway 12.
St. Morgan Air Base, landing runway 12, easy 25 Quebec Romeo.
London Control, Delta 165 Heavy, flight level 330. Delta 165 Heavy, London Control, radar contact.
London Control, Easy 185 Bravo, flight level 320.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routine will be via the ATC assigned star, with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. It will be a touch and go, and flaps 15 landing. Taxi routine will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at gate. We'll use the APU, but please delay the start until my command as we will long taxi in. 10 speeds and navigation radios are set, and modems have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
London Control, Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, flight level 339.
Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, London Control, radar contact. Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, London Control, expect Battery Tree Romeo with the 6 transition, runway 10 left.
Expect Battery Tree Romeo with the 6 transition, runway 10 left, Shamrock 4 Golf Victor.
Altitude 3 Echo Alpha, contact Newcastle, direct approach 125.83.
Contact Newcastle Director Approach 125.83, Altitude 3 Echo Alpha.
I have control.
You have control.
Descent checklist.
Pressurization. Landing altitude
Ryanair 5
is
Kilo Juliet, London Control.
250 feet. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. Level 2. Landing data.
VREF 157, no DH set.
VREF 157. No DH set. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet, descend to flight level 080.
Descend to flight level 080. Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet.
Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet, contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Seno on 132.15. Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet. Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, we'll be starting our initial descent shortly. Again, thanks for flying with us today. We appreciate your business.
Ryanair 5 Kilo Juliet, Albert 1 Zulu with the Laurel transition, runway 22. Report ready for descent.
Albert 1 Zulu with the Laurel transition, runway 22, ready for descent. Ryanair 5 Kilo Juliet.
Ryanair 5 Kilo Juliet, descend to 6,000 feet. QNH 1020.
Descend to 6,000 feet. Ryanair 5 Kilo Juliet.
Ryanair 5 Kilo Juliet, contact instead approach 136.2.
Contact sensed approach 136.2. Ryanair 5 Kilo Juliet.
Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, Battery Tree Romeo with the flex transition, runway 10 left. Report ready for descent.
Battery Tree Romeo with the flex transition, runway 10 left. Ready for descent. Shamrock 4 Golf Victor.
Shamrock 4 Golf Victor, descend to flight level 240.
Descend to flight level 240. Shamrock 4 Golf Victor.
Shamrock 605. Descend to flight level 080.
Descend to flight level 080. Shamrock 605.
Shamrock 605. Contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Sent on 132.15. Shamrock 605.
Blue Island 552. Contact East Midlands approach 134.18.
Contact East Midlands approach 134.18. Blue Island 552.
United 928 Eddie. Contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Contact Shannon Control 132.15. United 928 Heavy. Bye-bye.
Easy 185 Bravo. Radar vectors. ILS runway 22. Report ready for descent.
Radar vectors. ILS runway 22. Ready for descent. Easy 185 Bravo.
Easy 185 Bravo. Belfast City landing runway 22.
Belfast City. Landing runway 22. Easy 185 Bravo.
Polandairways 01. Descend to flight level 070.
Descend to flight level 070. Polandairways 01.
London Control. Ryanair 870 Charlie. Good afternoon. Leading flight level 166 for flight level 350.
Ryanair 870 Charlie. London Control. Identified. Polandairways 01. Contact Shannon Control 132.15. Have a good afternoon.
Contact Shannon Control 132.15. Polandairways 01. Bye-bye. Good afternoon. Shannon Control, Polandairways 01. Descending BeyondATC Romeo. Flight level 204.
Shamrock 605. Contact Dublin approach 121.1.
Contact Dublin approach 121.1. Shamrock 605.
Polandairways 01. Shannon Control. Radar contact. Shannon Control, Shamrock 13 X-ray, through flight level 130 for flight level 160. Shamrock 13 X-ray, Shannon Control. Radar contact, climb to flight level 320. Climb to flight level 320, Shamrock 13 X-ray. Shannon Control, 10732 Oscar Victor, through flight level 070 for flight level 100. 10732 Oscar Victor, Shannon Control, good afternoon, identified, climb to flight level 150, climb to flight level 150. 10732 Oscar Victor. control. Ryanair 2779, good afternoon. Crossing flight level 140 for flight level 170 direct to Lido. Ryanair 2779, Cheyenne control, identified. Climb to flight level 350. Climb to flight level 350. Ryanair 2779. Figure 272 Foxtrot. Contact London Control 118.775.
Contact London Control 118.775. Beagle 272 Foxtrot. Have a good afternoon.
Jensen 32 Oscar Victor. Contact Manchester approach 121.355. Contact Manchester approach 121.355. Jensen 32 Oscar Victor. United 928 Heavy. Contact Shannon Control 127.5.
Contact Shannon Control 127.5. United 928 Heavy.
Traffic.
Good afternoon.
Traffic.
Shannon Control, Gemston 84 Uniform. Good afternoon. At the flight level 072 for flight level 100 direct to X. Gemston 84 Uniform. Shannon Control. Good afternoon. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 168. Climb to flight level 168. Gemston 84 Uniform.
Flight level 100.
Area 01. Contact Dublin approach 121.1.
Contact Dublin approach 121.1. Polandairways 01. Dublin approach. Polandairways 01. Flight level 098, we have Victor.
Polandairways 01, Dublin approach. TNH 1010, expect ILS runway 10 left with X transition.
TNH 1010, expect the ILS runway 10 left with X transition. Polandairways 01.
Transition set altimeter 1010.
1010. Set. Passing 9,000. Now.
Checked. Approach checklist.
Altimeters.
1010. Set.
1010. Set. Approach checklist completed.
Polandairways 01. Request direct to fix.
Polandairways 01. Roger. Say fix name.
Request direct to A6. Polandairways 01.
Polandairways 01. I need you following your flight plan right now. Unable direct to fix at this time.
Dublin approach, Shamrock 39 Alpha, 2,800 feet.
Shamrock 39 Alpha, welcome back. Continue.
Continue, Shamrock 39 Alpha.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Polandairways 01. Clear direct to 6. Cross 6 at or above 5,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 10 left.
Flaps 1 set.
6. Cross 6 at or above 5,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 10 left. Polandairways 01.
Shamrock 477.
Flaps 5.
Contact Dublin
Speed
Tower
checked.
124.68.
Contact Tower 124.68, Shamrock 477.
Shamrock 39 Alpha. Turn left. Heading 360.
Flaps 5 set.
Turn left, heading 360, Shamrock 39 Alpha.
Shamrock
1000 to level.
605. Maintain 190 knots.
Maintain 190 knots. Shamrock 605.
Shamrock 605. Descend to 4,000 feet. TNH 1010.
Descend to 4,000 feet. TNH 1010. Shamrock 605.
Shamrock 605. Clear direct to stop. Crosses back at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 10 left.
Clear direct to stop. Crosses back at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 10 left. Shamrock 605.
Shamrock 39 Alpha. Turn left. Heading 280. Expect further clearance in about 29 miles.
Turn left, heading 280, Shamrock 39 Alpha.
Polandairways 01. Minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed. Polandairways 01. Dublin approach. Shamrock 4 Golf Victor. Good afternoon. Flight level 098 with the numbers.
Shamrock 4 Golf Victor Dublin approach. Good afternoon. TNH 1010. Expect ILS runway 10 left with SX transition.
TNH 1010. Expect ILS runway 10 left with SX transition. Shamrock 4 Golf Victor.
T0 Yankee Juliet. Contact Dublin Tower 124.68. Bye-bye.
Off to Tower 124.68. Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet. Have a good afternoon.
Polandairways 01. Established on final approach.
Polandairways 01. Roger. Polandairways 01. Contact Dublin Tower 124.68.
Contact Tower 124.68. Polandairways 01. Dublin Tower. Polandairways 01. ILS runway 10 left.
Polandairways 01. Dublin Tower. Continue.
Will call. Polandairways 01.
Shamrock 477, monitor ground 125.885, bye-bye.
Gear down, that's 15.
Gear down.
Shamrock 477.
GPWS flap, inhibit to inhibit.
Rhino 20 Yankee Juliet.
Speed check.
180 degrees. 18 knots, gusting 28 knots. Runway 10 left cleared to land.
Flaps
Runway
15
10
set.
left cleared to land. Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet.
Landing checklist.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Flaps 15, green light.
Landing checklist completed.
Cleared. Continue. Landing.
Rhino 20 Yankee Juliet. Exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet.
Flaps 30.
Speed checked.
Rhino 20 Yankee Juliet. Monitor ground 125.885. Have a good afternoon.
Ground
Flaps 30 set.
125.885. Ryanair 20 Yankee Juliet.
Polandairways 01. Wind 180 degrees. 18 knots. Gusting 28 knots. Runway 10.
Not stable.
Manual flight.
Runway 10
Autopilot
left
off.
cleared to land. Polandairways 01.
400.
Sync rate. Pull up. Sync rate. Sync rate.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reversers normal.
Dublin Tower, Sharrock 605, ILS runway 10 left.
Auto brake disarmed.
Manual braking.
Dublin Tower. Wind 180 degrees, 18 knots.
60 knots.
Checked.
Runway 10 left, clear to land.
Runway 10 left, clear to land. Shamrock 605.
Polandairways 01, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. Polandairways 01.
Polandairways 01, contact ground 125.885. Bye-bye.
Ground 125.885. Polandairways 01. Have a good afternoon.
Starting the
Ladies
APU.
and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts
Polandairways
fastened
01.
until the captain
Request
has
taxi
turned
to
off the
allocated
seatbelt
gate.
sign and the aircraft is parked safely
Polandairways
at the
01.
gate.
Heat Charlie 212 taxi via November
GPWS flap. Inhibit to normal.
Foxtrot, Alpha Tango 4.
Take Charlie 313 via November 2. November. Foxtrot. Alpha Tango 4. Polandairways 01.
APU on the buses. Three minutes.
Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
The boarding requested. Passengers, the boarding starting.